Welcome back to Eligible Monsters coverage of Final Fantasy. We're going through all of the Final Fantasy storylines that have come out, and we're on to episode number 2, which means we're bringing you the storyline of Final Fantasy 2. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget you can subscribe to our channel to get a Final Fantasy story or explanation on a weekly basis. It was a time of peace before the rise of the Emperor of Polymecia. Using dark magic, he has summoned monsters from the very bowels of hell, using them to begin a campaign to rule the known world. As his army swept across the land, the warriors of the Kingdom of Fynn began to fight back, gathering a rebellion to fight against the evil emperor known as the White Rose. Yet the rebels fell before the onslaught of the Emperor's forces, and the Kingdom of Fynn fell. In these dark times, it's not just great warriors that must fight, but a group of 4 young friends were also seen fleeing the Kingdom of Fynn. Firion, Maria, Guy, and Leon have been friends for a long time. They have lost their families in the Emperor's attack, and now they flee for their safety. Leaving the city, they're attacked by the soldiers of the Empire, and the battle seems lost, but at the last minute they are saved by the members of the rebellion. Even with the rebellion's help, though, Leon goes missing during the fight with the Imperial Knights. The rebel troops take them to the town of Altair, where the White Rose has set up the secondary base after having to retreat. There, the group of young friends meet the leader of the rebellion, Princess Hilda of Fynn. They ask to join the rebels, wanting to gain revenge for their lost families, but the princess refuses, not wishing to lead the young and experienced children into battle. Wishing to prove themselves, the group returns to Fynn, where they discover Scott, prince of the neighboring kingdom of Kassun. Scott has stayed behind to defend Fynn, hoping to give Hilda and her soldiers time to escape. Scott tells them that Count Borgen, another noble of Kassun, betrayed Fynn to the Empire. He asks the party to seek out his brother Gordon and convince him to aid the rebels, and with his dying breath, he gives a ring that will take them back to Princess Hilda. Returning once more to Altair, the party tells the princess everything that they have learned. Having proven themselves, the princess welcomes them to the Wild Rose of Rebellion. With their forces reduced, Hilda sends the party on their first mission, and they are sent to Salamon and the snowy northwest to search for Mithril, the rare metal that is needed to craft the weapons that will allow them to defeat the Empire. Hilda has sent a previous agent, a man named Yusuf, but he has gone missing. Arriving in Salamon, the party finds Yusuf, who tells them that the Empire has kidnapped his daughter and has forced the townsfolk to slave in the mines. So the party travels to the mines, fighting against the Imperial forces, rescuing Yusuf's daughter and the other townspeople. With the task completed, they take the Mithril and they return. As the blacksmiths begin to arm the rebellion with the Mithril weapons, the party is next sent to Bafsik, a town under control of the Empire, where the reports indicate that a great airship is being built. Discovering the massive war machine, the party learns that it is under the command of a Dark Knight, the right hand of the Emperor himself. Before they can destroy the massive Dreadknot, the machine that lifts off into the sky. With his massive weapon, the Dark Knight begins to attack towns that are loyal to the rebellion, so the princess informs the party that they need to acquire the Sunfire from Cassian, which is the only way that they can destroy the Dreadknot. So, they catch a ride with Sid, captain of apparently the only other airship in existence. Traveling to the city, they discover that the Sunfire lies within the keep of Cassian, where it has been protected for thousands of years. To enter, the party must travel to the Snow Cave to retrieve the Goddess Bell, an ancient key which will open the doors. The party retrieves this key, but they are attacked by Count Borgen. Once he's defeated, Yusuf is killed, trying to protect the young party. Traveling to the keep, the party works alongside Prince Scott's brother Gordon. Together they acquire the Sunfire, but as they leave the keep, they watch as Sid and his airship are captured by the Dark Knight and his Dreadknot. But the party has a chance, as the Dreadknot must land for fuel and supplies. The party slips aboard the war vessel, freeing Sid and Hilda, sneaking into the engine room and planting the Sunfire. There they are met by the Dark Knight himself, commander of the Dreadknot. Speaking to him, Maria recognizes the voice of her brother, the missing Leon. Before they can do anything, the Dreadknot begins to explode and the party is forced to flee. Returning to Altair, they find that the King of Fynn is about to die. Before he passes, he plans a 3-way assault on the Imperial forces, and the party is asked to go to the Kingdom of Deist and ask for the aid of the fabled Dragoons, elite warriors of legend who were aided by the Wyverns. While they're doing this, Minwu is sent to find the Ultima Tome. Along the way, the party is waylaid by pirates, but once again they are defeated and the pirate captain joins them out of respect. When they arrive in Deist, the party discovers that the Dragoons and the Wyverns have actually all been wiped out. Only one Wyvern remains, having been poisoned by the Empire with its dying breath. It gives the party the last Wyvern egg. The party brings the egg to the healing spring of the Deist Cavern, hoping that the warm waters will speed its growth. Returning to Altair, Firion and the party discover that they didn't really rescue Princess Hilda. A Lamia queen has taken her place on the Dreadknot, and the real Hilda has been taken captive in the Polymesian Colosseum. So the party travels to the Colosseum, defeating a behemoth, earning the princess as their reward. Shockingly, the Empire, instead of giving them the reward, throws them all in the dungeon, where luckily they're rescued by a thief and reunite with the rebellion. As the rebels' plans begin, Firion and his friends lead an assault against Finn, and they defeat the Imperial Castellan there. With this victory, Princess Hilda realizes that Minwu has not returned with the ultimate time, and the party is sent to retrieve it from the Mysidian Tower. Along the way, the party fights and is swallowed by the mighty Leviathan, where they're rescued by Richard Highwind, one of the last Dragoons. With the dragon's aid, they finally reach the temple, where they discover Minwu, who has said that he was waiting for the party. The tower is sealed, and he uses his life force to break the seal, dying. After having found the Tome of the Ultima, the party then returns to the rebels, but discovers that the base in Altair is destroyed by the magical cyclones. Hilda tells them that they need to help a Wyvern, which can only be called via a pendant. Luckily, the thief Paul just so happens to have a pendant, and the party uses it to call the Wyvern that just happened to have hatched in time in the Deist Caverns. Riding the Wyvern into the storm, the party discovers a massive fortress within. Sneaking inside, the party finally confronts and kills the Emperor, ending the storms. Returning to the rebels, victory is short-lived as they learn that the Dark Knight is in fact Leon, and he has now crowned himself the Emperor. The party races to confront their lost friend, but before they can do battle, the Emperor returns from the bowels of hell as a mighty demon. Raising a mighty army of demons, the Emperor plans on bringing hell to Earth. The party is able to escape, but only after Richard, the last Dragoon, gives his life to protect them. The party then seeks out the legendary Excalibur, the sword of the Dragoon, and with this mighty weapon, they sneak into the Emperor's Castle of Hell, where they face him again. The battle is fierce. The demon is defeated once again, and the party returns to the rebellion as heroes. The demons of hell disappear from the world, returning once more to a time of peace. Leon decides to leave the group once again, believing that too much has happened to him as a Dark Knight for him to stay. Although they don't like it, peace does spread over the land, and Firion, Maria, and Guy's adventures eventually fade into legend. So just like Final Fantasy 1, this is an early Final Fantasy game, which means the storyline is very straightforward, not very emotional. Well, while it is, it's nowhere near as close to 7 onward, where it's all about emotional music and things like that. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this, as we're going to bring you one of my personal favorite Final Fantasies next, Final Fantasy 3. The storyline's pretty basic, but I loved the battle system, so probably not going to come across the same way. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of these every week, and don't forget you can find us right here every week with 2 to 3 videos about your favorite video game lore or discussions. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time right here.